Greetings. So happy that you're here and that you would like to help in the healing of the planet. And just by you raising your vibes, your vibration, and becoming in that relaxed state, what happens is it vibrates out and it touches your family, it touches your neighbors, your community, your state, all the way out to the world, because we're energy and vibration. So thank you so much for being here tonight on the International Lightworkers Unite for Healing Circle. I'm Angel Marie Monticelli. I've been sitting here for 321 days, bringing to you amazing lightworkers from all over the world, from London to New York to Italy. Talked to somebody today out of India that's going to be on, from the UK. I mean, just amazing, from California. I feel so blessed because I've learned so much from so many amazing light workers that are just really big, heartfelt. So thank you so much. I'm Angel Marie Monticelli. I do have the Shine On movement, which is about raising your vibration and have it ripple out and touch the world. And that's what it's all about. I'm an energy expert, so I teach and help others to really understand how to move their energy and move their chi. And I'm also a Reiki master, angel card reader, also a international MC and professional speaker. So I love doing any kind of virtual speaking, and internationally it's been so wonderful. And then to have this. So thanks for the hearts. Thanks for all of the loves. And go ahead and share this out, because you know that your best friend needs this. They need this, or your mom. And they would be really touched. And tonight we have an amazing guest. And we always have an amazing light worker that comes on that's so heartfelt, that just is in that service. So tonight, one of my dear friends, all the way from Phoenix, Arizona, just up the street, Andrew Ecker, thank you so much for being on the Healing Circle.
Oh, thank you for holding space like this. I'm really excited to be here, and always a great opportunity to hang out with you.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. So, Andrew, I saw a little earlier you were doing some sage, and if you can just kind of tell what that is about the space, and then also tell about yourself at the same time. Who are you? I mean, I know I've known you for years, and he's amazing, so go right ahead.
Okay, so I would really like to introduce myself in the traditional way as best as I know how. So, Dogate Andrew Ecker Yinishe. Adonne e Nishinigi e Inde Nishe Irish Bashachin, Inde Dashache, German Dashanalia, Kote go e Tishli e Portland, Oregon Inisha, Shema e Kathy Lindsay Woye, Shaza e Dale Ecker Wole. So I am Andrew Ecker, my mother Kathy Lindsay, my father Dale Ecker, my mother's mother Elva Gallegos, Apache woman from New Mexico, my father's mother Evelyn Beatty, Irish woman from Pennsylvania, my mother's father Leroy Lindsay, Apache man from Arkansas, my father's father Wayne Ecker, German Algonquin from Pennsylvania. I have a daughter, Bailey, a son, Peyton, beautiful, beloved fiance, Monica. I was incarnated into this body in the land of the Multnomah, the Clackamas, and the Willamette in Portland, Oregon. Although I reside here in the land of the Akmal Atam, the Peepash, the Maricopa Inde people in Phoenix, Arizona. And when I come forward into this space, it's a reminder of the practice of showing up and really helping people. And that's what I feel most comfortable with, showing up in an authentic way. And primarily the work that we do is in hospitals and treatment centers and retirement communities, and a lot of community work around music. And really what I like to say is the ancient arts, the art of ceremonial and ancestral introduction, the process that's in my book, The Sacred Seven. And then, of course, connecting people to the heartbeat of the planet with the drum. So in 2019, prior to the pandemic, we facilitated 587 wellness-based events at a variety of different locations and different populations, including Native American tribes and corporate organizations like Bain Consulting, $4.3 billion consulting firm. And it's just been a ride. It's been an amazing journey for me. Really, the practice has opened me up in so many ways. I wasn't born with this ancestral knowledge. In fact, I was born with an inheritance of trauma, like so many of our light workers out there can relate to. I've had to find my way in this world, and that process of understanding my own trauma, understanding the density of energy and the resistance in my life from living what I feel the Creator has for all of us, has allowed me to understand, how did our ancestors do it, And I feel like collectively woven into the fabric of the thread of our DNA is this reminder, right, of being an earthling, dancing, drumming, singing, knowing that you are comfortable being a child, comfortable being a grandchild, comfortable being from someplace. And that for me is so refreshing in today's world.
Well, thank you so much, Andrew. I love that. Thank you. That was great. So what I would love to ask is for you to share any kind of practice that you're using, maybe with your clients or whoever, even in your corporate. Like, there's still a lot of people that are hunkered down, and they're in isolation, and they're feeling that stuckness and overwhelm. And you know what I'm talking about. So
yes.
what kind of tips would you give before we start the meditation? What would you give to help them?
Well, you mentioned the sage and the cedar and the copal and these different medicines. I like to set an altar, and an altar can be like, it can feel so overwhelming, right? What does that mean to create an altar space? Well, for me, it's like showing up at the bus stop. My altar space is the ticket into my conscious relationship with Source. It's the place in which I come into that relationship, and I honor myself, and I honor the universe and the elementals, the air, the water, the fire, the earth, really feeling into the sensation of gravity and the opportunity to live in relationship with time. And of course, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit living within us. So for me, right, that altar space is so empowering. And you were talking about my smudge, and yeah, I like to have that lit whenever I go on a podcast or I go on a, something like what you're doing here today, just to remind me that it's sacred. The words that I say, how am I going to show up in a way that honors myself and honors the medicine that my life is? Just like all of us, we all have medicine. So many of us have been through so many challenging things and have overcome and showed up in a good way. And one of the struggles that we have is keeping it authentic. So many of us get into, hey, hi, we're out at a spiritual conference or something like that, and people are telling you they're from another galaxy, that they're a Palladian or something like that, and they haven't even told you their grandmother's name. And that's okay. It's okay to introduce yourself as the incarnation of a Native American. I know that well. It's it seems like wherever I go, somebody is a incarnated Native American, and that's fantastic. But really, our people want to know, well, where were you born? Who is your grandma? What did your grandma teach you? What did your grandpas teach you? What did you learn from your mom and dad? And sometimes that's a struggle, right? Because when I introduce my mom and dad, I'm reminded that my mom was addicted to drugs and died of a cocaine overdose. I'm reminded that my father, struggled with substance abuse. But yet that has so much to say about the path that I have allowed myself to live in. Now 22 years substance abuse free, and a speaker in mental health and suicide prevention, and some of the places that we've met, the platforms that we've shared together. There's so many of us out there that are working in the light. We're working for the good, for love. And yet we struggle when it comes to speaking out about suicide, speaking out about, sexual abuse, speaking out about all these things, when really our gifts are meant to be shared in the darkest places. And the more that we're authentic, and the more that we're vulnerable, and the more that we allow for the things that we've been through to be a part of the conversation, the more that we give people permission to unpack their trauma and to really share in sacred space. And that for me is really the gift of why all the things make sense. They start to make sense then.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. So what I really believe that what he's saying with all that is, if you're hunkered at home and you're in isolation and you're feeling this, go ahead and give yourself permission to reach out to me or Andrew. or look things up and Google them. Don't sit in this energy. There is an action to be taken. And that action is your authentic self. And yeah, it can be messy. But yet in that mess is your true self when you step into. So, and maybe, and you find your medicine. And what he's saying by that, if you don't understand what sage is and all of that is, it helps to do the ceremony. And you might not understand what that is, but, reach out, because we want to help you, the ones that are feeling alone and feeling like you're having that struggle, and that energy is so heavy. And that's what he's saying, to do that. Now, we only have a couple of more minutes. Anything else that you could give them? You only have a few more minutes before we want to start.
Well, the prayer of gratitude is so powerful, because when I become grateful for my loneliness transforms into gratitude. When I become grateful for my depression transforms into gratitude. And how is that? The prayer of gratitude. Well, thank you, Creator, for allowing me to feel lonely today. Thank you, Creator, for allowing me to feel that heaviness, that depression in my life. And there's so much resistance in that, right? Why would we thank God for these emotions that we call lower vibration? Well, the reality is that those emotions are so important for us, because they give us an opportunity to ground in and to give thanks. And just like Angel was saying, to reach out, to connect. Your authenticity, your vulnerability, your intimacy. This is the truth and the power of your medicine. And to loosen yourself from that is sovereignty. And that takes gratitude and love.
I love that. So yes, take that in, everyone. Yes. And Gregarjo is saying, grateful for you all. Thank you. So I don't think I'm saying his name right, but awesome. So
Gregorio.
Oh, there you go.
Gregorio Giovanni.
Come on, you know me.
This is Gregorio, my cousin, Gregorio.
All right. One of the best ways too, and we're doing it right now, is to laugh. That brings your vibrational field up, and it's so powerful when you laugh. So remind yourself to laugh every hour if you can, and take those belly breathes. And you know what? As we are in a place where we're bringing our vibration to a positive level, we're emitting energy out to the world, and we're co-creating. So tonight, Andrew is going to, and I've been very blessed, because I go to his drum circles pretty much every week. I try not to miss them, because it helps to be out in a park. We're back in Phoenix, so we're blessed. And I physically do not do the drum because of some physical things. I don't want to talk about it because it's nothing. But what do I do, Andrew?
She dances, yeah.
Can you believe that? Does anybody? That surprise you? So I love to go and dance, and just dance. And it gives other people permission to dance sometimes, that I have heard. So this is wonderful. Love you guys all. Love you too. Thank you for that. So I don't want you to think about, oh my gosh, I gotta do this meditation and send it out to the world. Because that might be too much. No. Let Andrew's voice just take you to where you're going to go, and it automatically will heal. So Andrew, please just go right ahead. I'm going to give you full screen, and they're asking, and give you full screen, and you go right ahead. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So first of all, to answer you, if you're in Phoenix and you want to come to the circle on Sunday, we're going to be at Saguaro Ranch Park on Sunday at 11 a.m. So we're going to get right into this meditation. And this is an ancestral healing meditation, which I'm very excited to share with you. So if it's available to you, I want you to just remind yourself of the support of the earth, and to give yourself that permission to close your eyes. Now, I know if you're feeling that feeling of, oh, I don't know if it's safe to close my eyes. That was me for many years in my life. And I really struggled to close my eyes in a meditation. But if you practice 5 seconds, 10 seconds, you might just be able to freely allow yourself to find that space. Taking a deep breath in. And we begin this meditation by allowing ourselves to feel the earth underneath us and imagining a wave of relaxation moving from the bottom of our feet to our ankles, releasing the tension in our ankles, and now moving that wave of relaxation to the calves, to the knees, the thighs, the hips, moving through the vertebrae now, releasing the tension in your body, giving yourself permission to relax. Now the shoulders, releasing the tension in the shoulders, the jaw, the mouth, your nose, your eyes, and now the very top of your head. And now we are in a place of relaxation. Let's begin by imagining that we are standing in the beautiful red rock country of Arizona. And you can see the red and the yellow and the gray in the mountains, contrasted by the beautiful green, lush vegetation. And you are reminded that today is a beautiful day. The breeze is a perfect temperature against your skin. And now we begin to see that in front of us is a beautiful path. And this path begins to open to us. And we begin to journey down the path. We begin to see the beauty of the vegetation, the animal friends, friendly animals are here. Those that fly in the air and those that walk upon the earth remind us that we are connected to the beauty of this world. And as we travel down this path, we realize that there is a gathering. And this gathering begins to draw us near. It's as if we're being called to this gathering. And as we get closer to the gathering, we begin to hear the voices that are familiar to us. And we know now that this is a gathering of our ancestors. As the gathering presents itself, we begin to see distant relatives, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, aunties, uncles, cousins, sons and daughters. Our relations are now close to us. And we realize that there is a fireplace in the center of this gathering. And as we come closer to the fireplace, more of the faces of our ancestors are illuminated. They have come in their traditional regalia, those from the distant lands of our ancestral makeup, those distant grandmothers back to the very dawn of creation, those distant grandfathers back to the dawn of creation, the painted faces. And now, as this cast of many ancestors warms our hearts, we realize that there is one ancestor that is coming close to us. It's as if the crowd has parted, and this ancestor is near. We look into the eyes of our ancestor, and they have come to greet us with a gift. And this gift is more than just an ordinary gift. This gift is a message. a gifted message. And you may look into your gift now. And now you may receive your gift. And now, my relatives, my friends, you can wiggle your toes, you can wiggle your fingers a little bit, and just invite yourself back to your body. As you come back to your body, remember that the giftings that you have received and the blessings that you have received are for you. They're for you.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was beautiful and heartfelt in that I love the music and how you raised that vibration with that. So thank you. It's just like you're drumming, just that it's so powerful. So it's so different to go from the drumming or, the flute, that beautiful flute, into my song. So everybody's kind of whoosh. And I know that you have something that you would like to gift people. So if you would like to tell what that is and explain that, and then we'll go into the song and then we'll be done.
All right. So most of the work that I do as far as a coach or a guide is based around ancestral wisdom, the wisdom that is inherent within the earthling experience. And remembering that frees us up from the captivity of our own illusion. So I wrote a book called The Sacred Seven. And The Sacred Seven is a path to the wholeness of self-identity. And it is based on ceremonial ancestral introduction. For those of you that have maybe a want and a desire to learn how to introduce yourself consciously, it's a practice that has increased the successful living of many people. And you can find it for free at thesacred7.com. If you like this guided imagery meditation, you can also look at the guided imagery meditations that I have there and the coursework and all the different coaching stuff that I have available for you. So I'd love for you to visit, get a free copy of the book, check it out, see if it's a fit for you. And it feels really good to be here, Angel. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And thank you for giving from your heart. I just put that for everybody to see. I really appreciate that. And, you know, a lot of people are saying thank you. They loved it. And they love the title of it. So you know what we're going to do, and I don't know if you want to stand up. I kind of doubt it, but at least you kind of like shining up a little bit. You know me with my hands. And you know what? This song was written absolutely for you, every single one of you. Listen to the words, because it is part of the Shine On movement. And it'll get you moving, and it'll raise your vibration. So yeah, here we go. You got ambition, fire and soul. Look within your heart, let your spirit flow. Ask for what you want, show them what you got. Take it to the top, don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration, shine, shine, shine on. He always just laughs at me, but he's there with me.
I love it.
You will find. Open up your heart, leave it all behind. Smile and laugh, always give back. Glowing like a star, show them who you are. Shine, show them who you are. Shine, don't ever give up. Shine on, and raise your vibration whenever possible. Right? Yeah. Shine, shine, shine on. Keep it shining, because you are the superstar. You're the secret. You're the answer. You know who you are. Look within you, breathe and focus. You're a shining star. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. Don't you worry, don't you fake it. Be just who you are. You're the answer to the question. You're that shining star. They're the shining star, aren't they? Shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. Now that you can see all that you can be, breathe into your heart. Don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. I know you're dancing. I know you're all dancing at home. You're doing it. You're shining. You are shining so bright. I can see it. I can see it. And you know what? It is all about breathe and focus. It is knowing that you're the shining star. It's also asking for what you want. Always giving back. And most important, be just who you are, right? Step into that amazingness. So thank you so much, Andrew, for giving from your heart with your book, giving that. And on his website, he has wonderful meditation. If you're in the Phoenix area, come on out. Get with him, get with me. Let's meet up over at the park. It's beautiful. And we appreciate all the comments. Thanks for the shares, because you know your brother needs this. You know your dad needs it. You know your mom, your best friend. So send it out so that they can find some peace and raise their vibration, right? So thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. I really enjoyed myself, and I got my groove on there for a second. I was
did?
shining on. I was shining on.
Yes, you were. You
thank
always
you
are.
For this. It's very good.
You are so welcome, and thank you everybody for being here. And until I see you, I'll see you in a couple of days.
Sunday. Woo!
Yes, Sunday. So have a great one. Remember, you matter, and remember also to do what? Change your mindset, energize your life, and shine on. Shine on, shine on. See you next time next week. I'm so excited. Next week we have a lady coming out of London, all the way from London. Woo woo! Keep shining.